All right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. Breaking news today. NFL free agency still going on. It's still popping, and the Bills and the Texans are very, very proof of that as the star wide receiver, top 5 wide receiver, Stefon Diggs is getting traded to the Houston Texans. Wow. Man, listen, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell y'all something, man. I made a video last year saying Stefon Diggs might want to go to Dallas. He might want to go to Texas. You know, his brother's there, so I'm assuming his family's there and stuff like that. I don't think he's from there. I think he's from Maryland or something like that. I don't know where he's from, but I know he grew up a Cowboys fan, so I'm assuming he, is from Texas or lived in Texas throughout his whole life. And I thought he was going to the Cowboys mainly because Stefon Diggs was there, and they actually put this picture up. You know what I'm saying? But as the same thing here, I mean, bro, listen, the Texans, not a bad fit. The Texans are not a bad fit. I mean, shout out to the Texans for doing their thing. Joe Mixon, Stefon Diggs. Good stuff. Hey, yo, Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson. Y'all got some competition. Y'all got some real competition. We honestly thought last year Trevor Lawrence was going to take that step up, and I'm about to do a video on this. Trevor Lawrence was going to take that step up. Doug Peterson finally, is going to release the potential in Trevor Lawrence, which he might. You never know what he might. I know Trevor Lawrence got injured and stuff like that, but the Texans are stepping up. This dude's going to have Tank Dell. He's going to have Nico and Stefon Diggs with Joe Mixon in the backfield. This is incredible. Shout out to the Texans, man. You learn from the whole Deshaun Watson thing. When you actually have a superstar talent, I'm hoping you guys put an offensive line around CJ. I'm hoping you sign some offensive linemen for any Texans fans or anybody who's been following the NFL free agency closely can, enlighten me on that. But, at the same time, man, hey, yo, shout out to the Texans for actually building around a superstar quarterback. Finally, you woke up. Finally, you actually did something right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shout out to the Texans, man. Shout out to the Texans. Joe Mixon and Stefon Diggs, good moves. Now, I'm not shocked that they traded Stefon Diggs. Now, granted, I heard the reports that Stefon Diggs was saying he wants to stay in Buffalo. He loves Josh. I understand the third. So I was assuming that Stefon Diggs was, content on, staying with Houston. I mean, not Houston, with the Bills. And I'm honestly shocked that the Bills traded Stefon Diggs to the Texans. I mean, why would you trade him to an in-conference rival? Why would you do that? That makes no sense whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Now, what does this mean for the Bills? Now, I'm going to be having a video on the Bills talking about them. You know what I'm saying? What they might do. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think the Bills just traded Stefon Diggs for nothing. I think they might be, making a big move for somebody that has made the headlines. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to find out. We're going to find out and see. We are going to find out and see what the Bills do. This is a very interesting move. I'm very, I mean, shoot. I mean, I don't know what to make of this, man. Now, obviously, for the Texans, this is great. You have a young quarterback, who needs to stop hanging out with the Kardashians. You got Stefon Diggs. I mean, he's 30, but, hey, he's still in his prime. I mean, Diggs is still a top 10 receiver. I'm going to keep it real. I believe Diggs was kind of low-key trying to sabotage this season and try to sabotage the Bills season last year. Because there's no way in the beginning of the year you start off as a top 5 wide receiver in every single category, even watching the game, and then after the Eagles game, you just fall off the cliff. And that Eagles game was bad. And even that Eagles game, there's rumors that he was pissed off, that Diggs was pissed off at Josh Allen. He wanted to be traded. He was saying all types of stuff. Then they go on the run and Josh Allen stops targeting him. He starts dropping balls here and there. So, I mean, it is what it is. But the Texans, man, I mean, I don't know what they gave up. We can probably look that up right now, what they gave up. I looked it up, and they said the Texans, why is my thing not working? Oh, my gosh. All right. It is what it is. Let's look up Stefon Diggs and what they got. What they got to get Stefon Diggs. I mean, it has to be a first rounder. It has to be. It has to be. It has to be. After rookie CJ Stroud, quarterback. All right, so the Bills will receive a 2020. They receive a 2025 second round pick, which is acquired from the Minnesota Vikings in a March deal, while the Texans will also land a six round selection this year and a fifth rounder. So they only gave up. There's no way they only got. Timeout. They only got a second rounder for next year. Yeah, they're definitely doing something. And I might have a video. On who they might get. I'm not going to say it right here. I don't want to spoil content. Or you peasants, as my co-host CEO will say, can wait. You all can wait until tomorrow, unless the trade goes down tonight or goes down tomorrow while I'm at work. And I'm hoping the trade doesn't go down, who I think they might get. But, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But great move. I mean, you guys only gave up a second rounder for next year for Stefon Diggs, for a young quarterback with Joe Mixon, Tank Dell coming back healthy, Nico. Please. Now, the only thing is, get CJ Stroud an offensive line. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got him the weapons. You got him the running back. You got him the defense. You got him the head coach. Do not, Texans, I repeat, do not make him a Deshaun Watson 2.0, and I'm talking about on the field, not off it. Where, I mean, people forget, Deshaun Watson tore an ACL. He had bad kidneys. He was getting injured because the Texans refused to put a line around him. You know what I'm saying? But, get him an offensive line. And then as it goes for the Bills, I mean, I guess the reports were wrong. I guess I'm assuming Stefon Diggs said he wanted out of Buffalo. He didn't want out of Buffalo. He loves Josh Allen this center because he didn't like the options where he's going to be traded. And once again, I honestly thought Dallas was going to make a move on him. Now, I mean, I'm probably stupid for thinking that because Dallas never makes any big trades. I think the last big trade they made, to be honest with you, was Amari Cooper, and that was back in 2018. Let's be fair, Amari Cooper, I mean, he's a good receiver, but he's nothing, he's nowhere near Diggs. You know what I'm saying? He's not even CeeDee Lamb, to be honest with you. CeeDee Lamb at this point is way better than Amari Cooper. So, I mean, but I guess Houston ain't bad either. Houston, shout out to James Harden, who always used to go to them strip clubs. I'm assuming Stefon Diggs going to enjoy them strip clubs out there. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to CJ Stroud, man. The Texans aren't going to be interested, man. And you know what's funny? Me and CO were talking about this, and we were talking about Jordan Love versus CJ Stroud, and we said that CJ Stroud is the better talent, but we believe the Packers Jordan Love might succeed better than CJ Stroud because CJ Stroud's with the Texans. The Texans are horrible in poverty, which you guys are. You guys still are until CJ Stroud wins you a few Super Bowl, if he does. And we were saying the Packers organization is going to do a lot better for Jordan Love than for CJ Stroud. Well, they proved me wrong. They did prove me wrong. Joe Mixon and Stefon Diggs. Shout out to the Texans, man. Shout out to the Texans. Texans are definitely going to most likely win that division unless, Trevor Lawrence and Patrick Beverly. Not Patrick. I don't know why I said Patrick Beverly. Doug Peterson actually do something. And then the Colts, Anthony Richardson. I like Anthony Richardson. He showed flashes, but I don't know if he's the future. Who else is in that division? You got Jacksonville and the Titans. I mean, come on. Titans just lost Derrick Henry. Now, the Titans are – I should make a separate video on this. Talking about the Tennessee Titans. I should make a separate video on the Tennessee Titans, but Titans got Calvin Ridley. They got DeAndre Hopkins, and they got a running back, Tony Pollard. I know they just lost Derrick Henry, but, Derrick Henry's old, and, they want to pay him. But I'm going to say this, man. That division, low-key, might be competitive with Jacksonville, Texans, and Tennessee. And who's the other team I'm forgetting? I'm forgetting the other team. Dang. Well, I mean, the Colts, we don't know. The Colts, I mean, Anthony Richardson, we got to see what they do. They haven't really made any moves with Anthony Richardson's team, so it is what it is there. We'll find out what happens there, but those three teams are going to be battling out. But that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? What's your thoughts on this trade? And for anybody in the AFC, watch out. RJ out.